Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to make a video for all the exterminators on how do I organize my pest control truck and my chemicals and stuff like that. And basically what I did is I actually made this custom box here. And what I did is I put these slots in so that I could separate my B&Gs, because they get all those hoses get really tangled up. And then what I do is I just tuck in the wand, and I put this little piece of wood down here so that it prevents the wand from the tip from coming out of the bed. And then what happens is it gets all tangled up when you try to close the bed. So I got my regular residuals here. I got a whole bunch of stuff down in here, little extras, chemicals that I don't really use that often, just in case I run into like a special job, then I whip out that stuff. I got my dust way back there, my Delta dust. I don't know if you can see that. And basically each chemical has each B&G has its jar right behind it. So same thing with this one. We have the Tempo, then we got the little Tempo bottle right there. That big master line is just extra. When this one, it's already getting low, so I'll be needing a new one, so I just carry it with me just to make sure that I don't run out. Same thing with the Taurus back there. Just keep a extra jug always on hand. You never know if you're gonna get an emergency call and have like a huge job, and you don't wanna have to run back to your home office or whatever to have to go get all your stuff. Got all my baits. So we got my cockroach gels in here. Got my ant stations in there. Got all my aerosols together. I was using cardboard before, but that was a pain in the butt. It would just fall apart. And what's cool about my box is that when you lock it up, they can't break in, because the Nissan trucks have this little deal here where you can actually lock it with your key, which is awesome. The only thing they need is remote. Then I just keep my gloves out here so that they dry off. Got my backpacks all set up, locked up so they can't be stolen. Got my little Giant here, and it's just tucked in. It fits perfect right there in between the chemical box and my power sprayer. Got my ladder, 6 foot, which is plenty. Then I have my wrap exclusion bag, and I have everything I need in here. I got all my traps underneath these rodent rat traps. I got my little mouse traps. Then I have my glue boards there. Then I have the mice insect traps, the Victors. Underneath all my rat trays, I got all my great stuff in case I need to seal up some holes real quick on the fly. One thing about these rat trays, you want to keep them flat. You never want to stack them like this or like this. I used to do that, but what happens is if the glue board sits there too long on a hot day inside the truck, the glue will actually start to run down, and then it ruins the glue board and it's useless after that. I just disorganized this. Darn it, I had it all perfect. Well, these things in pest control, you're always out there trying to make things happen and working hard, and then things get disorganized pretty quickly. I have all my screws. I have different kinds. I have construction screws, stucco screws here in case I need to stucco something into a wall. And these are great because these, you can put them right into a stucco and you're not going to ruin anything. But you do have to pre-drill the hole, otherwise you'll chip their stucco. Staple gun. And I have baits, peanut butter. This bait right here, by the way, totally sucks. I've tried it, doesn't do squat. I haven't caught one rat with it, but I'm still gonna try a little bit more because I did pay for it. So what I'm doing is I'll put a couple extra traps up in the attic with this bait just to see if we catch anything on there, and so far I haven't even caught one. So don't waste your money. And I got my clippers, and then I have like just little random tools, screwdrivers, razor blades. I have extra glue traps. I have a whole bunch way back there just in case. Trash bags. I have a whole bunch of glue boards right here. I have my Milwaukee headlamp This one is pretty good. And then this bag right here, that's all my PPE. So I got gloves, earmuffs, respirators. I have everything. I got it all in there. And then I have some rodent exterior bait stations there. I got my 1/4-inch mesh. I got my bag there. That blue duffel bag is actually full of, it's a spill kit. I got my first aid kit right there. And I got a Bible right there, so in case I run into a little kid and you know, I start talking to them about God, and next thing you know, I offer them a free Bible. Have my spare uniform. I got extra booties right there. I always carry extra shoe covers because you just want to always have extras. I have an extra headlamp right here. Always got to have an extra one of those, because if you take one and you lose it, or it takes a dump on you, you don't want to be up in the attic holding up your handheld flashlight, having a difficult time. That would just be the worst. And this is pretty simple. I just got my mileage sheet up there. I have my little snacks, some sardines in case I get hungry and I don't have time to pull over. The last thing you want to do is don't have time to pull over and you're starving to death. I just carry a couple little extra nuts. I think I still have some beef jerky down in here. I got gum so I don't get, walk into a house full of bad breath, offending people. And then I have this little cool pouch here that Nissan puts in there that has, room for all your business cards. Yeah, so this is my setup. I really dig it. There's my emergency phone numbers. Got my rig, power sprayer, electric reel, which is awesome. If you are looking to get a power sprayer for your setup, definitely spend the extra money and get this electric reel, because dude, that's gonna save you. Yeah, it's like an extra $500 or $600, but that's the best $500 you're ever gonna spend. And you know what? I've had this thing for about 6 years, and the only thing that I've had problems with is the pumps. And that's after heavy use. We're talking like maybe 2 full summers constantly running these things, and then after maybe a couple of years I have to replace them, and they're like $90. It's not like the end of the world. It's not a real big deal. Yeah, so that's my setup. I'm just getting everything ready because I got a lot of work next week. I'm gonna be working my butt off trying to get caught up on my route. It was raining all week out here in Southern California, and I missed a lot of work. Not too much work. I have some commercial stuff, so luckily I was able to do the commercial during the rainy days, and I was able to stay busy except for one day on Thursday. I had to take the whole day off. But next week is supposed to be sunny all week, so I'm gonna be like doing 2 weeks worth of work in 1 week. So I have about 100 stops, maybe 110 or so, and that's gonna be pretty gnarly. So it's always nice, when you have your truck completely organized, tank is full, you fill up all the power sprayers first thing in the morning, so when you get to your first stop, all your sprayers are full, all your stuff's in order, and you can just start cranking them out one by one. And then by lunchtime, by 12 o'clock, if you have 10, 9, 10, 11 of them done, then the rest of the day is a cakewalk, because you got a good start. But if you start off and you're like, I forgot to fill up my power sprayer, shoot, my B&G's leaking, I forgot to fix that, my freaking backpack, I forgot that the hose is leaking, and then you're sitting there fiddling around with your stuff while you're on the job, and you're under the gun because you have a lot of accounts and you don't want to get home at 7 o'clock. That's freaking boring and it sucks. I like getting home around 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and being done for the day. So anyways, guys, all right, hit me up if any of you guys have a setup. I'd love to see your guys' setup and see how you're setting up your trucks, so I could maybe steal some of your good ideas. All right, see you guys later.